Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over Bitcoin and the some cryptos, total market cap, things like that. Give you overall picture of what's going on, including the Nasdaq here, guys. So the Nasdaq more than likely is into a pretty aggressive uptrend. Here it is on the weekly chart, hanging out around the 9-period moving average. Um, this trend is probably very, very strong trend on the Nasdaq, guys. I think it's going to go into March, like February, March, April 24, possibly. So that's going to coincide with Bitcoin too, guys. So I just want to put that out there that like S&P 500, the Nasdaq. I know you're starting to hear a little bit more about a topping pattern coming up, but the weakness is coming in probably for another correction that it's going to be doing kind of like this down here, guys. More than likely something like that in this area, and then continue on. So yeah, weakness is coming in, and then momentum is slowing down into that last, looks like that final wave that it's going to be doing. Bitcoin, I have Bitcoin here on the 12-hour chart, guys. It's definitely starting to show signs of weakness, excuse me. If you take a look at Bitcoin here on the daily chart, you see the 9-period moving average is making its way down to 40. I would expect to go sideways period of time in there. Once you see that 9 hit that 40, just like that, more than likely you're going to have a pretty good drop all the way back down here to 28.3, 28.7, 6 or something like that in those areas, guys, on the daily chart. If you go to the 12-hour chart on Bitcoin, you can see it's getting itself underneath. It might get sandwiched in here a little bit, and then same thing, it dropped down to these areas probably in that section right there on the 12-hour chart, guys. That's what I would be expecting. There definitely be short setups in there too, guys, but I would take it quick. You're looking at maybe, I would say, I would have to investigate a little bit more, guys, but I would be taking these profits out of there pretty quick, guys. So I would on that short setup because you're going against a trend with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin on a 4-day chart. I'm looking at the 40-period moving average on the 4-day chart. This is probably the best chart that I've seen. It gives you like, okay, tagged it there in the 40, tagged it here in the 40, and probably another tag on the 40 with the trend continuation to go up. Now, if you take a look at the all the way over here, the 40s, like the first, second week of August is kind of the area where I'm checking that out. Plus, it went up for about almost 30 days, and I would expect it to come back down for, generally speaking, about the same amount of time. So you're looking at another, 30 days, 30, so like 5th to 9th of August, guys. So a lot of confluence in there for that area right on top of that 40-period moving average. And then my targets are going to be 30, the initial target's going to be 32, 33, and then 36K. 36 to 37,000. I think it's going to do what it did in the past, guys. I think it's going to come down here and it's going to just do a shot up there, and it's going to consolidate. It's just been doing that, except right here a little bit. But a shot, consolidate, shot, consolidate, shot, consolidate, and a shot is what I think is going to be going on. And then the momentum will slow up into that time going into the end of the year, guys. So there's going to be some altcoins that are going to pump, in my opinion. Stellar, XRP, possibly. Looks like maybe Matic, Solana are some ones to be looking at. Chainlink too, but I don't think you're going to see these massive returns, man, like some of you guys are really hoping for. These 5 and 10Xs in those big old assets, man. I don't see it happening, but hey, I'm not planning for that to happen. If it does, hey, wonderful. It would be great, especially for the crypto market. But let me go over total market cap too with you guys, so you can see here. I'm looking at it definitely to hit this fair value gap, which is 1.34 T, and it's sitting at 1.16 T, and possibly even higher, and come up to hit that last gap of 1.57 T in this run. Now, the reason this, in my opinion, is so strong is because this is Bitcoin and all of the coins, Ethereum and everything on down too, guys. So Bitcoin is carrying that one. You go to total 2, it's in a weaker position because it has a wave back here, and then it's trying to get one off over here. So September, October timeframe, I'm looking at for the end of this like little mini pump, mini altcoin season is going to be going on. It's going to be very, very tricky. Some of them are going to pump, some of them are not going to pump. Some of them are going to be going up kind of like this. And then you're like, oh, it's going to pump. And you get back down here and you don't get as much of a pump as you think. Some of the coins are going to be like that because of lack of liquidity, guys. Just not a lot of money in these smaller cap cryptos. But some of the real small ones, like the micro caps, if you will. Obviously, those can pump because they don't need as much money. But I'm talking about the bigger boys, guys. Your top 50s, your top 50s. So that's the total two. And then I will go over others. Others actually on the weekly chart is looking pretty strong. So this is stronger than total two. This one is going to be pumping up into October, and then you might see some sort of topping pattern going out into the end of the year, guys. But really, the general time frame for the altcoins I'm looking for is September, end of August, middle of August, end of August, going into September, maybe in October. And that's going to be a good exit on a lot of those coins that you're in my opinion. If you're a long-term holder, just realize it can go up, turn over, and go back down 40 or 50% again, guys. This looks like it could do a retrace right back over there. And let's say it peaks up. It's probably going to go up, hit that 200 on the weekly, guys, and get rejected off of that. So hit the 200, going to go up, work on that 200, maybe swing back around like that, and then get rejected off of that 200, guys, on the weekly chart. That's what it's setting up. But in the meantime, I'm bullish. Up until the end of the year on Bitcoin and some other assets, crypto assets, I'm bullish on. What I'm doing for you guys is just getting you prepared for the topping pattern that's probably going to be coming up into the end of the year for Bitcoin and for some of the crypto assets. Now, I think the area definitely to be watching is if Bitcoin's up in the 40 to 48K, definitely in that area. Could there be spikes higher than that? It could be. It could be. I would expect it from Bitcoin more than anything when it comes to larger coins. So I think it's going to be a distribution phase up here, guys. So right up here, this will all be peaking out just like so. It'll be distribution phase if it starts showing weakness in the momentum indicators. So when you start seeing weakness in the momentum indicators, that's a really good indication that you're in a distribution phase because the momentum is slowing down and they're selling on you. So I still have fib targets, 36. Looks like 40,000, 41,000, as high as 44, 43, 44,000 on that weekly fib targets. They haven't changed. As a matter of fact, they were updated this week too. Let me see. I was going to check out the old RSI is something that you want to pay attention to. Obviously on the weekly chart. Okay, there is a bearishness you want to look into. Okay, which will be a good argument, bearish divergence. But you have the stochastics, which is down in the weekly. It's probably, just looking at stochastics, here's your trend on this wave. And then there's another wave going like this. I wouldn't be surprised if this could be a third wave, potentially. If you take it off of linear or logarithmic, 1, 2, 3 in that area, 4, and then a 5 according to this chart, potentially. Something like that, possibly, guys. It's going to be hard to say how this is all going to suss out. Just right now, I think the highest probability is for it to get down in this area and have a shot up to 36K, guys. So, happened pretty quick. Sideways for all these months, weeks, months, and then pop. And then it's probably going to be, let's say, pops up into October, sideways for a little while, maybe one little other push like this, right? Gets up there, maybe 42, and it looks like a pretty decent correction, and then maybe one last push out there, guys, potentially. All right, that's the end of my video. If you made it all with in, do me a huge favor. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Peace.